Hello, welcome to Scrap Time, episode 810. My name is Christine, and on today's episode, I'm showing you some dies from the Wintertide Collection from Lifestyle Crafts. Today I am showing you a few of the dies from the Wintertide Collection from Lifestyle Crafts, and I am starting with some snowflakes. And snowflake dies are great for like holiday cards as well as layouts and a whole variety of things all throughout the winter. You can see that they are the cookie cutter dies, and they are quite large. You can see on my hand how big that is. And so they can layer up, they can be individual, and you get 5 dies in the set. So I'm going to show you what I made. I started by making these real simple cards. I cut out the dies, and here you can see there's the 5 represented. These 2 I did twice, but then these are the different dies. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available in the set. And then I happen to have this little stamp set with a couple snowflakes I added on with Celebrate the Season. That's from Hero Arts. And I used glitter paper. It was just this glitter paper I'd gotten from the paper place in Toronto. It's a really soft glitter paper. So you can check that out or see what glitter paper is available at a store close to you. So that is a real simple way to use this die. I also wanted to try making a little 3D shape, so I only did it 3-sided. And I cut the die, and then you just fold it in half and you glue it back to back and filled it in with a couple of the little glitter dies. You can make these into ornaments. Before you glue the final one together, just put a little string in there to tie it up. You can hang them from your window or your tree. Different ideas. Now looking at these snowflakes, they could also be flowers. So I took some brighter glitter paper, the purple and the pink, and just layered it. And it makes a really cute flower. And now this could be more like, you know, a card throughout the year. So even though they're snowflakes, you can still use it throughout the year as little flowers. Then what I did here, these are really neat. Let me just get the dies back to show you. You can see here in these 2 dies, you have these in-between parts that get cut out. What I've done is I've taken those bits and I layered them together to make flowers. So there's the big with the little, and then here I did it all one of the sizes and in the same color, and here I did it with the 2 different colors to show you. So that's yet another way you could use the snowflake die all throughout the year. So it's very versatile. Okay, next up is a little 2x2 die, and this is a little moose, which is really cute. So first, I made these real simple cards, and I just took that glitter paper and I cut my moose and I put it on with my little Season's Greetings, again a Hero Art stamp. And it's a really fun way to make little tags. You can add these to gifts. You can add them on an actual tag, do something similar. Really cute and easy. Now, I also made these cards. Same idea, but using patterned paper. Now, what I want to talk about here, though, is I used this Echo Park Everyday Eclectic paper pad by Allison Craft. Allison used to be the designer on Hambly Studios, but since the closing of Hambly, she's moved over and now designs paper for Echo Park. And this is, as it says, Everyday Eclectic. So just, you have doilies, you have your chevrons, balloons, but because there were these green sheets and red designs and that music notes, even the cameras and that, I took this paper that is not Christmas paper, but I wanted to use it in my holiday cards. So here are my first 3 cards using the patterns to make these little moose cards. So when you give this to someone at the holidays, they'd have no idea that this was just everyday paper. So just, it gives you the idea to look at what paper you have in stock. You don't necessarily need Christmas paper to make Christmas cards. Okay, the next die is this Christmas tree punch. You get it all together here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each of the Christmas trees. As well, you get the little individual dies if you only want to cut one Christmas tree and not 5 at once or 10 total. And I made these 3 cards, and again I used the paper from Everyday Eclectic to make them, and I just lined up the Christmas trees, and then I took strips of the paper that I had just lying around after I cut it off, stamped my greeting, and just made these little cards. So these cards could be easily made with scraps after making layouts or other projects. And I like the little cameras in the Christmas tree. I thought that was cute. But now I want to have a little fun with the Christmas trees. So I decided I would use them to make a snowflake. So I did, this is the triangle tree as well as the little back and forth tree, and I just layered them back and forth and made what looks like a big snowflake on my card, sort of like a kaleidoscope pattern. So when you have these little dies, you can think, how can they work together to make yet another pattern? And the last die set I'm showing you is this one here. This makes the little things you put around coffee cups to keep your hands from burning from the hot coffee. So that's the main piece. I love the scallops. And then you have these little circles that go in each other, a little banner, there's a little triangle. So these individual pieces here can be used on so many projects. And then you have the big one. So it looks something like this. So here is my piece. It has the little closure there. And then I took the banner and I had just stamped yummy on it using some alphabet stamps I had. And then I just put a few little rhinestones. And then it just comes off like that. Obviously my Starbucks cup. And then I made this one. I cut it out of felt and then just attached it to the paper. And the trick when cutting with felt is to put a piece of like computer paper, that printer paper, over the felt, and it will help cut it. For the most part, it cut through. There was a little areas I just had to go over with my scissors, but it will, depending on the pressure, will cut the felt. And then I cut the circle out of felt, or the oval, and then the other one out of that same eclectic paper. And I just stamped yum on it. You could add some little rhinestones here. I used fabric tack to glue it all together as well. So those are the little cozies for your cup. And when you shop at Lifestyle Crafts, you can buy any of the dies I showed you here today, or anything on their site. You can use the promo code SCRAPTIME, and you will receive 20% off your order. So there's a few of the projects I made. So remember, Lifestyle Crafts, to get 20% off, just use the promo code SCRAPTIME all year long. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm going to be showing you the We Are Memory Keepers So Easy. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.